So hello people, I want to make this really quick video, and in this video I'm going to discuss something that I believe that is a little bit ignored, or not a lot of people talk about it regarding language learning, and that is the subject of what I like to call the intermediate plateau, or better yet, like the frustration or the suffering of being at an intermediate level. And if you're an intermediate, chances are that you know what I'm talking about. In an intermediate level is actually quite a frustrating stage because nothing is really designed for you. Nothing. I mean, when you're a beginner, you don't know nothing, or you just know like the basic stuff, and there's a lot to learn. And every book helps you pretty much. But when you're intermediate, is basically a pain in the ass to look for books and stuff that is really going to help you, because you just grab a book and you study that book, and you quickly find out that there are things that are helpful, but there are also things that you already know, and you just have to scan and to recollect pieces from here, there, and this and that. And it's a really frustrating stage because nothing is designed for you. But I think it's even more frustrating because it reaches a point in which you feel that you're not advancing anymore. That's the intermediate plateau, in which you just study, and you are not really advancing that much. You feel, you have the sensation. It's not that you're not advancing, it's that you have the sensation that you are not advancing, and that it's pretty bad. It's not like when you started, that basically you learn new stuff pretty much every day. No, here you when you're at the intermediate stage, you just don't you just don't feel that you advance so much. And when you feel that that's the case, that you just study and study and study, and you feel that you're not advancing, the language that you're learning is starting to tell you something. That's a signal. Okay, you're suffering the intermediate plateau, and the language is trying to tell you something. And if you follow what the language is trying to tell you, you are going to get out from that intermediate plateau. And what the language is trying to say is that, hey man, stop studying me and start using me to learn something else. Start using me to get something else. Because that was what I was designed for. And yes, you need to follow that. Languages are not designed to be studied and overanalyzed and appreciated and look how beautiful they are. Of course you can do that, and linguists do this, but they are not designed for that. They are tools, and you're supposed to use them to get something else. So yeah, that's it. You're supposed to use the language to get something else. Now, I know that this might be hard for people that are not around the right environment, but if you have internet, you can pretty much use your language to learn something else, to learn a new skill. And nowadays, and in this year in particular, we have MOOCs, massive open online courses, MOOCs, and now you're able to find MOOCs in a lot of different languages, such as English, Spanish, French, Chinese, Japanese, German, Russian, a lot of languages. And you should try to learn something, to get involved in a course and learn that thing via the language that you're studying. So for example, if you're interested in philosophy, or you're interested in programming, you can search for MOOCs of that are taught in the language that you're studying. And now you have stopped just analyzing the language and just revolving around the language, and now you've started to use the language to get something else, which was the whole purpose of it. That's the purpose of a language, to be used to get something else. And that's what you really need, and that's what the language is trying to tell you. Hey man, stop overanalyzing me, stop overstudying me, start using me to get something else. And that's that's the way that you can get out from that intermediate plateau. And when you just see that you have finished a course, a MOOC, in that language, in a language that you're studying it, that's the moment in which you feel like you have really advanced, because you have started to use a language the way that it was supposed to be used. So that is all that I wanted to say in this little video. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe and take care, people. See you.